Alright guys, how's it going? We are covering the Minecraft movie today with Andy Mion. So, this is a movie 7 months ago. I did a reaction to the trailer. It looked absolutely awful. So, let's just see what Andy talks about. I notice he's now doing a mixture of entertainment and gaming now. Topics on his channel. So anyway, let's get right into it. I have something on my mind at the moment, and I don't know if I should mention it. I guess I won't. Let's go.
And war, where everyone is constantly at each other's throats.
Graphically, the movie's very impressive, but having real life people in it, and then having a freaking fat, ugly black chick. Come on, dog. Like, who wants to go see this movie? Okay, guys, listen, man. Take 2 seconds here and like be real with yourself, all right? Really think about this for 2 seconds, all right? Are you ready? Are you ready? Really ask yourself, who the frick and why the frick would anyone spend money to go to a film where the people are ugly? They're not attractive. Are these the people that you really want to spend money to go see? Literally start boiling this down. What you're doing when you go to see a movie. I'm going to go see a movie. You are spending money to go see people. Do you really want to go see these people? Ugly people. I don't care if there's a dragon there in the film. You're watching a film with ugly people who are also annoying. Why are you spending money for that? Why would you do that to yourself? Why are you putting money for that? There was a time where hot women were in movies, and I understand why you spent money to go see those movies. Kim Kardashian, she was in a few films, and yeah, she was hot, and yeah, I don't regret the money spent. You have women like Jenny McCarthy, she was in movies. Sofia Vergara, she was in movies. Salma Hayek, she was in movies. Megan Fox, Jessica Alba, they were in movies. Makes all the sense in the world that you went to go see these movies. It's like, oh, yeah, I'm definitely giving money to go see this. Why not? But now, what are you doing? Why are you going to go see a movie with freaking ugly, disgusting women in it? Why? Why are you doing that to yourself?
The internet is an infinite battleground of epic proportions that breaks even
Hold up, I think it's down to... Oh, wow. Well, that's the volume.
the greatest minds of our generation. But every once in a while, when
All right, let's go back on that.
a piece of its everlasting
Oh,
blessing,
no,
like life itself,
no. Stop.
We live in a world of darkness and war, where everyone is constantly at each other's throats. The internet is an infinite battleground of epic proportions that breaks even the greatest minds of our generation. But every once in a while, when the...
How does it break the greatest minds of our generation? The only way it breaks you is you're not getting enough attention. You're not growing as big as you believe that you should be or whatever. How is it breaking anyone's mind? Are we assuming that because people have a large audience, they have the greatest mind on the internet? The greatest minds on the internet do not have the largest followings. I stand as the example. But no, seriously, there's a lot of very intelligent people out there, and let's just face it, a lot of them are being shadow banned. It's one of the things that sometimes pisses me off, is like, there's intelligent dudes out there, and some of them are shadow banned, and others, and there's a lot of them that are shadow banned, which is really unfortunate. But outside of that, there's just a lot of people who are very wise, a lot of men, specifically men. There's a lot of men out there who are very wise, but they don't have an enormous following. It's just that way. It's interesting because there's other people, they do have a large following, but typically the larger the following, on average, the larger your following, the less wise you are, or the less wise you become. Bill Burr, for instance, he was a guy that was he was just common sense. He wasn't really wise, but He was common sense. And that now he's a complete freaking liberal zealot. It's crazy. And he has no wisdom left. I mean, he has been eaten alive by his political ideology. And there's other guys just like him who have been eaten whole. And any wisdom they ever did have, if there was any, it's gone. It's gone now. And that's what's happened, is that, you know, so many people, man, I'm too lost amongst multiple thoughts right now. It's kind of interesting, by the way. Currently, I'm very tired, but I'm finishing a video. It doesn't really matter that much, but hey, what's up? Anyways, I have multiple thoughts, but anyways, just everything I was saying there. You know, yeah, the brightest minds, they're never the largest voices. And even if they are somewhat bright, these people, they become very dull by the time that they get big. For whatever reason that is. So, of course, like a guy like Bill Burr, he's not a freaking genius. It's just the point is that there's a lot of people who are very intelligent, or people at their most intelligent, and they always seem to have lesser audience size when they're at their most intelligent, or when they are intelligent, whatever. So it's an interesting paradox. It's not really a paradox. It's the way that they designed the algorithms to operate, but still.
Cosmos will gift humanity a peace.
I just don't get it, man. Why is he saying the brightest minds being broken? It's so exaggerated, and I guess that's the point of what Endymion's saying. You know, this is the thing that I'm thinking about right now. Why do people do this on YouTube, where they play up the things that they say? You try to thematicize your words. You know, it's like, oh, it's the end of the world. It's battle of the sexes. It's men at women's throats, women at men's throats and their gonads. And oh, everyone's arguing. It's the end of the world. Why do people always have the need? Because I notice this with other people outside of Endy. You have certain people who really try hard to thematicize their language whenever they're talking about topics and issues. Why are you trying so hard to make it seem like the topic of the video is bigger than life, bigger than your own reality, bigger than yourself? No, you're just talking about a movie that sucks. The Minecraft movie, a video game that a lot of people played growing up, including me. And honestly, they put too much time into, including me. There was a time where I definitely started putting way too much time into Minecraft, and something that at some point you have to walk away. I get it. They added a lot of updates to the game, and maybe it would be cool to screw around in it, but no, it's done. You played the game, move on with your life. There's other things to do. And now they came out with a movie for a game that a lot of generations of people have played, right? And you've made a lot of creations, maybe some of it super impressive, maybe some of it not so impressive. There's a lot of impressive stuff, though, that a lot of people have built in Minecraft, including myself. I wish I had that stuff recorded, but whatever. I don't. So it's one of those things that's very interesting because, you know, you notice so often people try to play up the significance of all these things, but these are things that we're going to forget about very soon. And outside of anyone forgetting about this stuff, I mean, yeah, you might remember part of it, but these things don't actually matter. So it's just something we're talking about now. But to actually sit here and act like the Minecraft movie really matters is like, oh, you know, the internet is really breaking people's minds. No, it's not. It's not. No, it's not. It really isn't. And it's only breaking the minds of the people who do not want to see a solution. And by the way, the people who become the most popular, once you know, you will realize and understand that most people who have the most traction on these platforms as a whole, they're typically the people who make up their mind the least. And something you will notice is that the people who know the most and understand the most about life, they end up having actually the most midline audiences. And sometimes that's because of censorship, yeah. So there's certain people out there who they have a lot of great answers to a lot of problems. But the problem is either they're being silenced or people don't want an answer. It could be that. Sometimes it is that case, but I don't know how often it truly is that case. Regardless, the wisest minds of our time are not being broken by the internet. It's not. The only way that the greatest minds of our generation are being broken by the internet is because you cannot bring reason to the masses, because the masses happen to be irrational and also melanated. That's the reason why you would be breaking the greatest minds of our generation. But great minds, they find the answers, they find the solutions. They don't constantly sit around and dabble within uncertainty. It's only fools who dabble within uncertainty. Now, there are things that you still know that, okay, we don't fully know this, we don't fully know that. You still know that you don't have the full scope of knowledge. But there is the reality that you've already figured out quite a lot. So, anyways, it's stupid crap like that that's said in videos, and it's just like, what are you doing, man?
That breaks even the greatest minds of our generation. But every once in a while, when the cosmos will give humanity a piece of its everlasting blessing. Like life itself, the universe finds a way.
See, what is with this like YouTube poetry? That's exactly what it, outside of how I've already described it, that's exactly what this is. It's YouTube poetry. There's so many people who do this. And honestly, I despise it. I despise it. I cannot stand YouTube poetry. It's not poetry that I'm against, right? Wordsmithing and coming up with the best, most succinct, but also elegant way of saying something. I'm not against that. What I am against is how people are trying so hard in a way that is, in a method, in a manner that is really, it is so futile. It does not matter. You're trying so hard to flowerize your words, right? Thematicize. You're trying to exaggerate the true worth and meaning behind your words. Because again, what did I just spend for the last moment of this video doing here? I just expressed to you what he just said, ND Meon, what he just said, how meaningless his words are. It holds no actual substance, but he's saying it anyways. I'm sharing how BS this is. And you notice this with a lot of people on their channels. Everyone's so busy writing up YouTube poetry, and it all sucks. Just say what you mean to say. Say something with substance. I don't care about the poetry. Who the frick cares about poetry? Oh, that's right, poor people. Oh, that's right, people who sit around and they have nothing of substance to think or say. Those are the people sitting around with YouTube poetry.
To cut through the molasses of internet beefs or discussions like which Pokemon is the most breedable. It's Vaporeon, by the way, unfortunately.
Oh, dear God. People are apparently talking about this. God help us. Oh, dude, it's so over. It has gotten so bad. You know that people are now, as a mass of civilization, are ugly on average when you're having these conversations. Which Pokemon's breedable? Dude. Have people really gotten that fat and ugly? Has it really understand that it is a liberal phenomenon. It is a modern day phenomenon that people on average seem to be increasingly ugly. This is not normal. 50, 100 years ago. No, it's not normal. It's not normal. People used to be more attractive on average. And yeah, there was a lot of people who were just average attractiveness. But nowadays people are disgusting, vile filth. To the point that now we're like, let's just ask about freaking Pokemon. Okay, bro, this is getting far enough. What is going on with these freaking pieces of living filth? Bro, I get that there's a lot of people out there who sit there and they're like, oh, you know, our boy Hiddles, he was a super bad guy. He was really messed up with the chosen people. Blah, blah, blah. Nah. I don't care what those people say. Our boy Hiddles, he knew what was up. The whole thing with eugenics and all, the whole thing. knew what was freaking up. He was ahead of the curve before everyone else just screwed civilization over with egalitarianism. He knew what was freaking up. He knew. Here we are. Here we are. No, he was absolutely on the freaking ball. He was on the 8 ball. He had the freaking fortune ball. He saw the future. We sit here like fools, absolute clowns. You know, he was a bad guy. He was evil. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. He just understood what the frick you were going to become. And he was getting ahead of it. You are pathetic and you are not worthy of life. Now we've gotten to this point where we think that freaking Pokemon are breedable. What the frick are we doing here? And we thought our boy Hiddles was wrong. No, you're a clown. That's what happened.
Don't Google why this is
and
true.
Everyone else is a circus.
Just trust me on this one. But in the 2000th millennium, there is only war. But sometimes the wound of time is healed, and that, my friends, is where a Minecraft movie comes in. As someone who's definitely a big fan of this series, who knows all of the lore, as I would know, after all, I've been a fan of Minecraft for the past 10 minutes at best, and even I can tell that has transpired on screen here, with this latest cinematic offering, is nothing short of incredible, even to the uninitiated.
Just look at this. Look at... Who wants to see this on screen? There used to be a time where you saw the people that you wanted to see on screen. Attractive women. Cool dudes. Impressive people.
That has transpired on screen here with this.
Now you see this? What the frick are we doing, man? Oh, man. Dude. I am so many seconds away from literally raging. I am about to be so angry right now. I am holding back the rage. You have no idea. You have no... Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. You have no idea how many ovens I want to turn on right now. Oh, dear God. Oh, dear God. Oh.
Latest cinematic offering is nothing short of incredible, even to the uninitiated.
This is rough.
In fact, I would confidently say that a Minecraft movie is getting unnecessary hate from all corners of the internet. So as a stalwart defender of this franchise, I will now convince you why you're all...
You know, it's so interesting because there's enough information on the internet to make you a philosopher. But so many people choose to engage with the internet to make themselves brain-numb retards. There's enough information out there to really increase the scope of your thinking and your mind and the intelligence and the knowledge that you carry. But then so many people, they choose to apply themselves in such a way where they actively retard themselves. They actively belittle, they denigrate the level of their thinking every day. You know, there's a reason why there's a lot of things that you just should not pay attention to out there. And I'm going to be the first one to say it here right now. Really think about the things that you spend your time with, the things that you spend your time on, and really start dumbing it down. Now, I guess I might, you know, maybe YouTube's going to kill the video for me saying that. But anyways, no, I mean, seriously though, you need to think about what it is that you're spending your time with. And like, I've thought about it for myself. Like, there was a time where I was listening to over 5,000 songs on my playlist on Spotify. And there came a point where I was like, okay, I need to start culling out the trashy music. And I started doing that. I was like, I only want to listen to the best music that I follow. And that proved to be too great of a task. And it was just like, it was getting to thousands and thousands of songs. And I was like, okay, this is too much. I think actually in the end, it was like 2,000 songs or something. I don't know. And I was just not able to get through all of it. Just honestly speaking, I did get to a point where it's like, okay, most songs I listen to are mostly the songs I want to listen to, but not really. So the thing that's happening is that we have, I'm just going to say this, bro. You don't need to be on the internet. Now, you should use it as a tool, but I'm going to be honest, you do not need to be on the internet unless you're looking for value, and it's just that simple. Now, again, I know that a lot of people, they take that the wrong way, blah, 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 right? And they just start sitting there. And this is where you get the freaking yapping squad of people who act like everyone's not saying anything of value because you can't bother to listen to people for longer than 5 minutes. What I'm talking about here is figure out the people that you actually want to sit down and listen to. because I've done it myself where there's people I've just sat down and I'm like, why am I sitting here and listening to this person speak? Why am I doing it? And yes, here's something. See, there was a time where the internet was new for me. And I listened to it and I still remembered what it felt like to not be listening to the internet. And what happens is that there's a time where you were alone with your thoughts and you just thought for yourself and you thought freely. Now, I always do that. But it's like, for someone like me, the problem with the internet is that I just end up doing what I'm doing now. I listen to 1 minute of the video and I already have a bunch of stuff to think and say. I end up on freaking 15-minute rants, just listening for 1 second to a video, to someone speaking. And I've realized this over time, not only the ranting, but I've also learned and realized I'm listening to people I don't need to be listening to. I already have my own mind. I'm not a freaking retard, blah, 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 or whatever. Or furthermore, alternatively, there's really no information I actually need to be sitting down with here. So what am I doing here? Why am I sitting down doing this? Now, of course, I'm here to speak about this and, I'm doing my channel, blah, blah, blah. But let's just be honest here for a second. Why the frick are you here? Why the frick are any of us here? Why are we doing this? And this is where I've gotten to the point where it's like, seriously ask yourself, what channels am I looking at? How much time am I putting into them? Why am I here? Why am I listening to these people and their opinions? Why are you doing this? Most channels that you follow, unsubscribe right now. Stop wasting your time and be productive. Figure out something that you can be doing with your time. Figure out how much free time with your own mind you can afford yourself, because you only need so much knowledge. Now think about the knowledge. Sit down and listen to someone have a conversation about UFOs, but you don't need to listen about UFOs for the next 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. Listen to all the pertinent information and then think about it. And then once you've already determined your mind about it, if new information comes out, think about new information. If it doesn't come out, that's enough. No more. You don't need to sit around and listen to people talk. And that's the truth. And there's a lot of people, they get addicted to the feedback loop of conversation and just having people conversate around things, even though there's no value to it. And I've had to catch myself on it. By the way, I've done it a few times. And even right now, I'm still trying to work on it. And I'm still trying to really dwindle down everything that I listen to a finite level of information that is the most valuable. And it's not that, is everyone saying everything of value in the quickest manner possible? That's not what I'm talking about here. What I'm talking about is you're dwindling everything down to the people you absolutely want to be listening to. The people who share a certain frame of mind that you want to be a part of. And there's only, for me personally, there's only like 4 or 5 people that I can think of that I would bother spending my time with, listening to what they think and say. Everyone else is just noise, if I'm being honest. And but the thing is that you really need to also select with the people that you are willing to listen to. Do not listen to them when the information, here's the thing is that we also need to be able to just sit around and listen to people when it's not completely important. But do keep in mind that when it's not completely important, what's being spoken about, and I have certain instances in mind where it's like, okay, this is dead time, whatever. That's where you fast forward. That's where you make sure to go, skip some period of time, whatever that happens to be. But definitely look after your time and make sure in whatever which way, again, when people are treating it like social hour, and see, I hate saying that because I know people take that the wrong way because some people are stupid. I'm trying to speak this for the people who are not the peanut gallery, okay? But just common sense, okay? Like certain people, they start talking about the weather. They start talking about, I was reading off the alphabet to my son. And it's just like, I don't need to know about this. Now, there's certain people you might care more than other people about this, but just really pay attention to the people that you're listening to. There's certain people you want to hear about. Okay, what are you doing with your son? Okay, let me hear about it. But there's other people, it's like, do not care. It's just not important to your life. It's just not. So skip, just, fast forward or whatever. Do whatever it takes to get through that information faster. And the thing is, it's not about rushing through everything, because there's people that you should be sitting with those people for, like, let's say, sit with them for 3 hours listening to what they think and say. But there's other people rush through the information, rush through it, because you're wasting your time. And figure out the people and figure out the moments where it's like, I can sit here and it's fine. There's people I sit around and I listen to and I don't regret it personally. And they're just talking about some really mundane stuff sometimes, or not, or just silly stuff, right? Stuff that doesn't need to be spoken about. But it's like, right, you need to have time divvied out for basically like socializing information, okay? So someone talking about something stupid, you need to sit down and actually listen to it. But then there's people talking about something of substance, right? So there's trivial time and then there's substantive time. You need to separate the two and figure out for yourself, who are the people I want to listen to that are trivial, and who are the people I want to listen to that are substantive, and then maybe a mixture of the two or whatever. But this is what you need to do if you want to really maximize your time and your life, effectively speaking. And there's just a point to which we all get to, and especially with these algorithms and whatnot, and like, these things don't completely matter for me, but I've been thinking about it. I've been thinking about the fact that there's just so many people who waste their time. And I think about the amount of times I have sat down with certain videos and I'm like, why the frick am I here? Why am I doing this? Why do I care what this person's saying? Because it doesn't matter. It does not matter. So why am I here? Exactly.
All wrong. As the Rotten Tomatoes score shows, critics hated this movie, but the audience is absolutely loving it, which yet again tells you that you should only ever listen to diehard fans of Minecraft when it comes to their opinions on corporatized CGI slop films based on best-selling video games that are specifically designed to target children and waste their parents' money, time, and it. Which yet again tells you that you should only ever listen to diehard fans of Minecraft when it comes to their opinions on corporatized CGI slop films based on best-selling video games that are specifically...
Who wants to look at that in a film? Who wants to look at that in a film? Who wants to look at that? No. See, this is the problem, is that we've gone past the point in time in our history as a civilization. We have gone far past the point to which we are willing to offend other people. Where was the person in the room that said, no, you do not fit what people want to see on screen? This is something that nobody wants to see on screen. What are you doing allowing this on screen? You paid this person. There are actual attractive people. You chose to have this. Nobody wants to see this. I do not want to spend my money to go see this freaking trash. This is demoralization propaganda, for one, showing people like this to make you think that this is normal, that this is normative. That's number one. Number two, nobody wants to see this. Nobody actually wants to see this. And the fact that we've gotten to a point as a civilization where we are now so unwilling to be offensive and say that that person does not fit, they do not pass the qualifications. Ridiculous. 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 You are not attractive enough. You are not attractive enough, and you are not thin enough. You should not be on screen. And this is the death of Hollywood right here. You stopped showing the people that people want to look at. That is what you did. And you are so afraid to be offensive and say, people do not want to look at someone like this. Simple.
Designed to target children and waste
Simple.
their parents' money, time, and sanity in exchange for soulless entertainment. The movie
It
stars
is
a bunch
soulless.
of people I don't know,
Yes.
but there's also two guys I do recognize. One,
Everything coming out nowadays is soulless. It all started with The Force Awakens. When I walked out of that film, I was like, nothing happened and it was soulless. It was not Star Wars. Now, of course, soulless golem people, they sat there and said, oh, that was super good. They were retards. And then it took some freaking people at random, whoever you happen to listen to prove to you, it didn't take long, by the way, but they had to prove to you for some amount of time, hey, that was actual trash and you're stupid for liking it. And then you sat there and you were like, oh, I am stupid. It's ridiculous, but it's crap like this that people had to wake up from, and it started with Star Wars The Force Awakens. They just couldn't understand how soulless it was because they're soulless. So it took someone with a soul to reveal to you that you don't have a soul and that you love things, you love media that has no soul. Unbelievable.
Is Jason Momoa of Conan the Barbarian fame, who plays Garrett.
Man, he looks so washed up now. What the frick?
Well, I don't know, but there's also two guys I do recognize. One is Jason Momoa of Conan.
There's just something that looks off about Jason now. I don't know. That's just me.
The Barbarian fame, who plays Garrett, a guy who runs a video game store. And you know this is a movie because he runs a successful video game business with brick and mortar.
I don't know. Like, I think what I'm trying to say with Jason, I don't feel like he's really that healthy right now. That's all I'm saying. I feel like he's not eating the best of food. That's just what I think.
And physical copies in the year that is 2025. Anyway, he ends up getting tied up in a grand adventure unlike the world has ever seen, because the world has never seen live.
Oh dear God. Man, I'm so tired doing this video, by the way. Super tired. I also want to eat chicken. I keep on talking about that recently, but it's just, I really want to eat chicken, What the frick? I need to be a black person and eat fried chicken.
Classic video games before, they kind of missed the point, but still have their heart in the right place. There's also Jack Black, who looks like if you put Jason Momoa in a microwave for 30 seconds, and then you press down gently for about 5 seconds. Jack plays Steve, everybody's favorite Minecraft character that I 100%...
Which is retarded. Why is he Steve? Why? Honestly, I just never mind.
To know all the lore behind, just trust me. There's also two kids in this movie whose names I don't remember, but one of them looks like they de-aged Paul Rudd and put him in this movie before the magical incantation would run out before he inevitably turns back to his 60-year-old self again. Did you know that Paul Rudd is over 60 years old? That's crazy. Anyway,
Really? Jeez. By the way, isn't he a part of the Chosen? Pretty sure he's a part of the Chosen. I'm pretty sure about that. Just like how Robert Downey Jr. apparently is a part of the Chosen, which that just amazed me. And by the way, guess what? Mark Cuban is also a part of the Chosen. And they told us that they all got wiped out. Apparently they got wiped out. Apparently. I don't believe that.
Child Paul Rudd and his sister's mom died. We have no idea how. Maybe she was vaccinated, it's not clear, but the point is that they now live in a home located in Idaho of all places. I have no idea how they afford this house or who even pays the bills. Maybe their mom was a millionaire before she passed.
I'm sorry, wait, what? What are we talking about?
And put him in this movie before the magical incantation would run out before he inevitably turns back to his 60-year-old self again. Did you know that Paul Rudd is over 60 years old? That's crazy. Anyway, child Paul Rudd and his sister's mom died. We have no idea how. Maybe she was vaccinated, it's not clear, but the point is that they now live in a home located in Idaho of all places. I have no idea how they afford this house or who even pays the bills. Maybe their mom was a millionaire before she passed. Also, yes, I did look up how much houses go for in Idaho because I'm insane, and I wanted to see if 2 children could realistically afford living there. And according to Idaho Life Real Estate, the average home ranges somewhere in the low 300,000s, but can go all the way up to $2 million if you have the cash on hand. I then decided to look up how much you would need to make as a...
Man, these housing prices are getting too much, bro. Holy. Jeez. And they say we need more people. I know people sit there and they say that we have too many people, or what the other side says that we need more people, right? But no, I mean, seriously, they say that we need more. Anyways, the other side says they're crap. I don't care. Yeah, but right, they say that we need more people in the country, and yet we have these astronomical prices. It is kind of funny though. Look at all this empty land. And look at that house. I mean, that's so ridiculous. I mean, I'm going to guess this is like a farming kind of ranch or something like that. I don't know, but man, oh man. And these are not even like the best of homes. There's better than this. It's kind of plain Jane. Like, this is something that you would expect to be middle class. What the heck? Jeez. Oh my gosh, dude. Dude, real estate is getting too much. Oh my gosh. Why is it this expensive now? Oh, that's right. We have too many people in the country. That's why. And too many of the wrong people, by the way, in the country. Clowns.
Single person to live comfortably in.
Jeez. I mean, this seems like a nice one right here. I like this one. This is really nice. I'm sorry. Can I get a discount on this one? Please? It looks nice to me. I'll take it. Oh, dear God, dear God, dear God. I'm literally scrolling right now. I'm scrolling, acting like I'm actually looking at the website myself. Dear God, it's getting bad. It's getting bad. Oh, dear God. Breaking the fourth wall. Shoot, man. It's getting rough out here.
To make roughly 88.
Why are we talking about this? Hold up. Yo, that's a nice house. Can I get that on discount? That's pretty nice. I like that one. I like that one. How many divorces does that house cost? Three divorces. All right, I got to figure out how to get into 3 divorces with wealthy women. Okay, I'm gonna figure this out. All right, I can make this work in the time of 7 years, I believe.
American a year, or about $42.66 an hour to afford your own home in Idaho.
Oh, that's another nice one right there.
$88,000
Let me look at that.
A year, or about $42.66.
Oh yeah, wow.
Cents an hour.
I'm down bad. Okay. All right. Well, I guess we're gonna have to get into a 4th marriage. I gotta afford this other one. That's a nice one. I like that. I like the way it looks. That's a nice house right there. That's pretty nice. I can definitely go for that. That's a pretty nice house. Dang. All right. I'm gonna have to get into like 5 divorces now.
Hour to afford your own home in.
It's pretty not. Dang. I'm down bad for that. Holy.
Idaho. So these children clearly are able to afford a home and live comfortably somehow. We know this because this is a movie and none of it is real life. Because most people in real life cannot actually afford a home themselves. Thank you, Minecraft. Very cool.
Yeah, it sucks. I mean, houses are way too expensive now. It's so crazy how expensive they are. Oh my gosh. And again, they say we need more people. No, we need ovens. We need ovens. And then we need to breed, overdrive the right people. The right people. The correct people.
A lot of this movie is pretty much Jason Momoa and these kids, as well as some woman whose name is Dawn and is a real estate agent, who I guess is just here for...
Oh my, that's a real estate... America's done, bro. If this is real estate agent, just do it. Just do it. Dude, seriously. Seriously. Like, I'm gonna do myself in at this point, okay? Jeez, our boy Hiddles, he could not go far enough, could he? He cannot. Dang it, man. The good guys lost.
Diversity reasons, gets transported to the world of Minecraft via a magical MacGuffin that is shown earlier in the movie.
Golly, man. I mean, love of God. What the frick were they thinking? What were they thinking?
Movie. Oh yeah, I forgot to...
Oh, love of God. Oh, just looking at the freaking... Oh.
Mention Jack Black.
This is so bad.
Gets imprisoned by the...
So bad. So bad. So bad. It's weird that we just talked about Idaho house prices. I don't like, that's so out of left field,
Evil
but here we
Malgosha,
are.
and he breaks out only once these people from the real world come to the world of Minecraft. This means that Jack Black has been imprisoned in this real world for a very long time. And this also means that his parents, for decades, definitely believed that their son was turned into meat soup, probably by some crazy murderer, and his entire family back home is left broken by the realization that they will never have any closure as to where their son has been all this time.
Why does
Who cares
Jack
about Steve's
Black
family?
spend
They're
his
not
whole
important. They're
life
probably dead anyways. Because the
overweight?
core theme of a Minecraft movie is that hard work pays off, and practice makes perfect, and to never give up. That is, unless you're Steve's parents, who definitely gave up looking for him, I guess. But surprisingly, this is a nice message to send to children all over the world who are growing up in an increasingly volatile environment where they will never be able to afford a home or possibly have children of their own because everything in our world is too expensive. Unless, of course, you live in Idaho in a Hollywood movie, that is, then everything is fine. The entire movie, by the way, is a cinematic feast for the eyes. It puts even Avatar to shame. It's the perfect blend of totally not just people standing on green screens amidst cartoonishly ridiculously looking creatures that do not in any...
But we totally don't have too many people in the country, right? And like the issue is, I don't know what it is, by the way. I wonder if we truly don't have enough resources for making a bunch of homes, or if it's all just a bunch of centralized planning that is going on by dystopian governments that wish to, I don't know, eradicate you, you know, that kind of thing. And that they're forcibly trying to make everything expensive. I can get the sense that they're doing that. But like in another weird way. I don't know. I'm thinking about it right now. You know, civilization is, okay, let's just put it like this. America's been crapped on by the Democrats. The Democrats screwed over America so freaking hard. People believe, Democrats are retarded. They believe in stuff like social programs. And what's amazing about social programs is that it makes everybody poor. You have to tax people way too much money to afford social programs. Now, yes, you know, we've learned through USAID and stuff like that. We've now learned that, well, realistically speaking, we could afford, you know, like universal basic income. We could afford healthcare for everybody. But no, that would weigh down on the system too much. We would not be able to afford it manpower wise, resources wise. And then as you're bringing in these freaking retarded freaking illegals into the country, as you're bringing these freaking clowns in, now they are weighing down your system as well. And all the problems that, and they're problem people, by the way, they bring in problems with them, and they're going to have all kinds of reasons why they need to go into a hospital. And if you're not stupid, you know why they need to go into a hospital. So, I mean, so we're increasing hospitalization rates. It's just like, and it just weighs down on the system even more. You know, and the problem is that people are unwilling to facilitate civilization correctly. Because of this, it makes it to where it is a retarded idea to make a social program for anything. You should have to earn your money, and you should be able to work hard and earn well. And of course, that used to be a reality in America. It's not anymore. So that's a big problem. But right, you should be able to work hard and live well. And right, so you work, you make your money, and then you afford yourself proper services, and you're not taxed out of your freaking butthole. Instead, you afford for yourself everything, right? You afford for yourself, your health care, your whatever else, right? You work hard and you earn well. That's the way it should be. And you shouldn't have to overwork. This is something, I don't know if I've been speaking about this recently, but I've been thinking about it. I guess I've been thinking about it a lot, which is like, I'm realizing that there's a big problem that we have nowadays, which is that people overwork way too much. Too many people are chasing after income, and it's just gotten to the point where it's like the overworking that people are doing, I mean, seriously, there's too much of it. The overworking, you don't have a social life, you don't have friends, you barely have much to do with a family. And I mean, most people nowadays, they don't really have a family that's worthy of being around, but still, you know, it's just like, it's all a horse and pony show that we're doing now. Nobody's living a real life. Everyone's a weird economical engine, and we're just bringing in more people to the country because we're acting like, oh, that's not going to cause problems with housing prices and jobs and salaries. Not at all an issue. Oh, and by the way, housing prices, totally not an issue that women keep on divorcing men. Let's not talk about that. How they keep on divorcing men in massive droves, massive numbers, and that just multiplies the amount of people that are going to require being a house owner. So, gee, I wonder why all the prices are going up. It's not like we keep on having families split up. So that's doubling the demand. And then there's a bunch of problems with that too. I mean, like how much terrain do you really need to have a bunch of homes for? Think about it. You're increasing the amount of terrain needed for neighborhoods and houses and homes. But then on top of this, right, people are splitting up. So it's like, there just comes a point. It's like, how many homes do we have to build away from places where people work? Because so many people are living apart from each other now, where nobody's sharing the same home because no one's having families. This gets to a point where it's like city sprawl. It's all being created by divorce and people being unable to sustain a family unit and a whole bunch of those other related issues. We're just getting to a point where it's like, there's elements to this that isn't bad, but there's elements to this that is bad. And specifically, it's the fact that we cannot maintain family units anymore. We can't maintain them. That's a big problem. And it's coming with a lot of consequences. Some of them neutral, some of them okay, other ones bad.
Anyway, separate the viewer from reality while they're watching this movie. The CGI in Minecraft is some of the best Hollywood has
Yeah, there's a lot of people, though, by the way, that think that television and movies are real life. Mental illness.
ever seen, putting even Jurassic Park or Infinity War to shame. Also, Stifler's mom from American Pie is in this for some reason, but that's okay because Jennifer Coolidge is a great actress, and I love her, so I've nothing bad to say about her at all. She's a
Wow. Wow, she still roughly looks the same. That's weird. But yeah, she's been in a bunch of films. I don't know why. I have no idea who exactly she is. I feel like she's like a weird MILF archetype. It's the only reason I feel like they've put her into so many films. Is that the reason? Is she just a MILF, or she's like the weird stapled MILF that shows up in every film? I don't know. There's just something weird about her. I don't know why she's in movies.
generational talent, and she's aging like fine whiskey. Where was I with the plot of the
Fine whisk. Okay, well, I guess he's down bad. Andy Meon's down bad for her.
All
right.
Infinity War to shame. Also,
It's weird.
Stifler's mom from American Pie is in this for some reason, but that's okay because Jennifer Coolidge is a great actress, and I love her, so I have nothing bad to say about her.
Very
at all.
weird.
She's a generational talent, and she's aging like fine whiskey. Where was I with the plot of this movie? Oh, right. I can't show you most of this movie for obvious reasons, because if I do, Warner Bros. Will have an assassin kill me on sight if I show footage from the film that they haven't actually released themselves.
Oh no! Oh, I played that
Steve
game.
ends up saving everyone because he's the best there ever was to do what he does, and he does. I have no idea, to be honest, but did you know they're selling a toy of Steve for children ages 6 and up, by the way?
Oh, come on. What are we doing, bro? What? Oh my gosh, bro. We live in clown worlds. Oh my gosh, we live in clown worlds. Oh, bro, it's getting bad.
Because
Oh,
nothing says a #1 seller like a middle-aged, overweight white guy.
Oh,
who
man.
even bluer shirt.
Oh,
Every kid
my
ever said, "Mommy,
gosh.
I want the Minecraft Steve toy." And you're probably laughing, like, who would even buy this thing? Well,
Make it
actually, everybody it seems,
stop.
because I went on Mattel's
What are we
website to see if this
doing?
toy was available to buy online, because I too wouldn't
Oh
mind to
my
have some cheap native plastic
gosh.
myself. But to my dismay, however, the toy was completely sold out online. I'm not kidding.
No.
There was actually no ability to buy the toy from Mattel's website anymore due to how popular the Minecraft Steve
No.
toy is right now. Maybe you're watching this in the future and he's
No,
finally purchasable, but alas, for
bro.
me, in this very moment, my hands
No
remain
way,
empty. The
it's
toy
sold
is right-
out.
By the way, there was
Please
actually no
tell me there was like only 10 Steves. Oh no. Was it actually sold out with 0 reviews? Oh man, we are really going through the darkest timeline. Oh man, my boy Hiddles. You know, they act like if he won, it would have been a dystopian nightmare future. You don't realize the amount of bliss and paradise we would be living in right now. Instead of looking at this, of that,
But to my dismay,
instead of
however,
looking
the
at
toy
these people and looking at this figurine, this would be an Aryan Chad and chiseled male. This would be, and then he would have a freaking busty wife she's a part of the set. She's a part of it. Free. Because women are free for the Aryan chat and chiseled male. But instead, and young boys would be looking up to the Aryan chat and chiseled male with his beautiful, busty wife. Curvaceous, beautiful German Aryan woman. And I guess Argentina now. Am I right? Anyways. Oh man. We are in the darkest timeline. This is, by the way, I've said this before and I will say it again. We are living in the future dystopia. We sat there and we were like, oh, if my boy Hiddles wins the war, it's going to be dystopia. What would happen if they won? We are living in the dystopia now. Whatever they told you would have been bad. When they won, we're living in it now. My boy Hiddles, he had it going on.
Was completely
and he was going to marry Stacy's mom.
Sold out online. I'm not kidding, by the way. There was actually no ability to buy the toy from Mattel's website anymore due to how popular the Minecraft Steve toy is right now. Maybe you're watching this in the future and he's finally purchasable, but alas for me, in this very moment, my hands will remain empty for now. That's too bad, but I'll have this collector's item one day, hopefully, and this toy was definitely not bought by a bunch of 20 to 30-year-olds who just wanted this toy for the meme, guys. Just stop it. Kids definitely want this.
If you buy this for the meme, you might as well do yourself in. Find the ovens. They're here for you. Do it. It's over. It's over. For you, it's over. Oh man. Dude, this is getting bad. There's a point of reckoning for modern America, okay? There's a point of reckoning that the country is heading towards where it's like, you clowns, and this is everyone in the population, you clowns, get your act together. What the frick happened to you? Get your freaking act together. You are all clowns. This is clown worlds. You are adult children. You don't know what the frick a man or a woman is. You don't know what freaking black or white is. You don't know the freaking IQ levels of white people, black people. You don't know reality from your freaking butthole. Actually, let's just face it, you film your butthole more than you actually know your freaking butthole from reality. Jeez, man. Let's wake up at some point. This is getting freaking pathetic. What are we doing?
Just look how happy this kid that was definitely not paid to pose at this toy for capitalistic reasons looks playing with Steve. Thank you, Mike.
Yeah, that looks like an American kid. Totally not Indian or whatever the frick. Totally American. Oh, I'm sorry. Wasn't American being German, Welsh, English, Irish, Scottish? Weren't those kind of the general races of American? Wasn't that what it was? Oh, but now it's everybody. Now it's a melting pot. Dude. I have things I want to say. I'm just going to say it, bro. There's going to come a point where people give up on America. This is getting to be too much. People are going to say, I'm done. I quit. I am done with this freaking filth. This freaking country is a freaking joke. It's coming. We are pushing clown world. And now every single race determines the makeup of America. America is not America anymore. It has been invaded. Yes. That is an American? No.
Crap,
Screw.
cool. I don't remember what I was saying. Where was I with the plot of this movie?
Screw my
right,
existence.
Steve saves the day because, he's amazing. Come on. And at one point during this film, Steve actually says, let's Minecraft. To just peek, guys. I got no notes.
Wow, that's great.
Anyway. Then they fight stuff like a great hog, which I definitely know what that is. Trust me. And they also fight some monsters called ghasts. And at one point, the characters put on mushroom hats to distract the villagers so the main characters can steal back the Ender Pearl and Earth Crystal. What's an Ender Pearl, I hear you say? No idea, but I'm a huge Minecraft fan, guys.
I forget what the Ender Pearl is. Isn't that just what you get for defeating the dragon?
Just trust me on this one. And at one point, Jason Momoa sacrifices
Man,
himself.
that kid looks so freaking retarded. And nothing against him. But what I'm saying is, what the frick are we doing, guys? What the frick are we doing? We're not putting the right people on screen. All right? It's just that simple. Listen, his life is going to be fine looking the way he does. But for a movie, you should not be in a movie. We need to be putting the right people into movies, and we're not doing that. What the frick are we doing? Clown
Gandalf
world.
style to save the team from certain death. But he doesn't actually die, because that would be very sad. Also, Jason Momoa was likely very expensive to cast in this movie, so killing him at this point would be a waste of budget. Also, the main villain of this movie then uses the MacGuffins to superpower the Nether portal. I also don't know what that is, but it's probably like the portal the orcs use in...
Why do we think that Jason Momoa is going to sell the movie to people? Why? Why do we believe that? Who is going to see the movie because of Jason Momoa? What, some thirsty, washed-up Karens? Who look like walking skeletons? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing?
World of Warcraft to travel through dimensions.
It's getting so bad. It's getting so bad. I'm losing all hope. Yes, the 1950s were better. I'm joining that freaking squad. I never fully joined them. I'm joining them now. The 1950s were better. And you know what I'm saying? The 1930s were better too. The 1930s, now they were ideal. Yes. Yes. Frick. It's so over. Oh my gosh. It is so over, man. Oh man. It's not good. It's not good. Oh man. This is bad. Oh man. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is so bad. Oh man. Where we are at. Oh. I can't even right now. I'm joining Anakin. I'm joining Anakin. I'm going Darth Vader. I'm going Darth Vader mode. It's gotten so bad. I'm with Anakin. He was right. You know, there's always that creeping suspicion that Anakin had a point. Anakin definitely had a point. I am now completely on Anakin's side. Obi-Wan should have joined the Empire. Everything's going the wrong way right now. Everything.
I mean, I do know what
It's so bad. It is so bad.
this is, because I definitely play Minecraft, guys. Anyway, and then the entire cast
Yeah,
of
you
characters
totally
from young
do.
Paul Rudd to Jack Black looking like me in 10 years assembling their own Avengers Endgame-like force of hordes of iron golems, and then they wage war on the evil pig monsters and their overlord. The team then restores the sunlight during the battle, and then this somehow causes the evil pigs to burn to death horrendously, causing them all to die, and basically the cast of Minecraft pretty much just caused a massive Geno you-know-what in one fell swoop. What would actually be hilarious if they
I mean, but they're not the good guys. Now, I can direct you towards the good guys. The ovens are ready. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man.
made a sequel to this
Oh, man.
movie where a single evil pig survives the mass cleansing, and they just see that Steve caused his entire people to be wiped off the face of this Minecraft world, and then this one pig like grows up and gets strong like Abby in The Last of Us Part 2, and then the second movie opens with this pig hunting Steve down and then beating him to death with like a pickaxe or something. Yeah, this is probably why I didn't write the Minecraft movie, to be fair, but a man can dream, okay? So now we're at the end of the movie, and basically the good guys won the day. I know, amazing. Again, heroes winning, unbelievable. So they beat the evil pigs, and the 5 people we've been following, most of whose names I don't remember, end up
Oh my gosh, dude. I've said this for the longest time now. They make movies for clips on YouTube videos. That's what they're making movies for now. It's a highlight reel. It's the montage clips. Look at my snazzy little 360 no scope shots on retards in Call of Duty. Look at this crazy montage, bro. No one's going to forget about this in 2 months. Check it out. Super popular right now. They make movies for the highlight reel and YouTube videos. The frick are we doing? You can tell that there's no narrative. It's just, oh, let's have a dorky moment now in the movie. What does it mean for the narrative? Who cares? Eat the pig trough. Slurp it up. bigot. What are we doing, man? What are we doing? This is too much. This is too much. This has gone too far. This has sincerely gone too far. For me, this is too much.
Up making their own video game that is a massive success that is called Block City Battle Buddies. It's got a nice ring to it. I also have to Wikipedia these people's names, so Dawn.
Man, they really covered her up. In past movies, they typically showed a lot of cleavage on her. I forget which of those movies they are. It's a bunch of retard movies, and I used to see all of them. I think they were on the Disney Channel or whatever. I don't know. But maybe, honestly, I wonder if they actually gave her a face filter. I think they may have done it to smooth out her complexion. I feel like they did that. But she doesn't look like she's that different from when she was in films, 20 years ago or whatever.
A massive success that is called Block City Battle Buddies. It's got a nice ring.
God, he looks weird, the villager.
So Dawn is the real estate agent. She ends up opening up her own zoo, and then young Paul Rudd makes a jetpack for some reason too, I guess. And Jack Black and Jason Momoa, they become friends and perform music together. Very nice. Also, Jack Black returns to his old house to get his items from the attic that he left behind where his family probably died, or, lots of horrible things happened like alcoholism or worse, because he was missing for however many years. So anyway, they sold the house to someone, and then he's greeted by this person who owns the house, and their name is Alex. Yes, Alex is returning. I definitely know who
Who's Alex? Is that female Steve? Is that her name? What the frick was that ad? By the way, I think I've noticed that YouTube has changed their
apparently
ads.
She's the female equivalent to
The
Steve in
frick
Minecraft.
is this?
Yes, Alex is returning. I definitely know who that is.
Oh, is that the ugly chick in the film? Okay, first and foremost, she's not attractive. She's not attractive. She's more attractive, though, here than in the movie. By the way, there's this whole thing about black women ironing out their hair to, look more Eurocentric. Anyways. So she looks more attractive here than in the film, which is crazy. It's amazing that they showed her to be so ugly, but I mean, she's still not attractive.
Apparently, she's the female equivalent.
Man, she's fat too. What the frick? What is with these freaking black women? Listen, do not hit the gym. Do not hit the gym. I don't want to see you there. However, stop eating. Just stop. Just make it stop.
Minecraft lore, and that, my friends, is the Minecraft movie, I guess. Yeah, it's a pretty straightforward CGI meets live-action video game adaptation, and it's definitely going to stand the test of time and probably be considered one of the cinematic greats once the dust settles. If you actually look up the top 100 movies on IMDb right now, Minecraft is unsurprisingly at number 1 already. See, The Dark Knight is number 3, The Godfather is at number 2, and number 1 is, okay, there we go. You see, Minecraft.
Exactly. Yep, this is a good one. This is a good film right here. All right, so I can notice that Indy Mion, I feel like he's trying to be a little bit less dry with maybe this video or maybe his recent videos. I don't know. Looks like he's really trying to just make a lot of jokes now. It's just interesting. I've never watched The Godfather. I feel like I should. The Dark Knight was a good one. That was a good movie. Dude. There's so many of these movies that were good, dude. The freaking Batman trilogy was good. And like, there's so many people out there that are like, oh, it wasn't that good. Like, there's people that say that the Star Wars prequels were not good, and people who sit there and they say that this wasn't good. The Metal Gear Solid 5 wasn't good. Like, okay, man. Like, come on. What is wrong with people, man? Like, good movies don't mean that it's like, oh, wow, it's super perfect. There's no perfect movie, you freaking clown. Jeez, man. These people piss me off. It was a good movie, The Dark Knight. You can criticize elements and be like, it could have been better here. Maybe. It was still good. It was still good. And I'm going to be honest, for 2 freaking seconds here, making movies is hard. Okay, but like, let's not get carried away with saying that. I'm just saying making good movies is hard. That's a better way of saying it. Okay? Because there's so many people you hire, so many people who might suck at their job. To make the whole thing work is pretty difficult. You know, it's just all the people that have to work together. You have to have, like George Lucas, he had some really passionate guys work with him on the Star Wars movies. So that's why they came out so good, is that Lucas loved his own stuff. He was super passionate. But then the people that he was working with were also super passionate, and they were also competent as well. So you just had a super team. And that's what makes films. It's not just the visionary that matters for a film, although that's everything. If you don't have a proper visionary, you won't have a film. But I mean, it's everybody on the crew that's not a freaking retard, and they're actually good at what they do, and they're also passionate, and they're following the vision of the visionary. That's what makes these great films great. It's so hard to make something great and good, because sometimes you might be working with people that just don't care. And by the way, I've had my experience working with people who don't exactly care, or they barely care, right? Or they only care for a paycheck. By the way, do not hire Indians for anything. Indians only care about the paycheck. Anyways, moving on. And I'm not going to say I have like a ton of experience with it, but let's just say I know a few things, okay? So anyways, just do not hire Indians. It's just that simple. They don't care. They don't care. They just don't care. They don't care. Anyways, you are so blessed, though, to make a great film, because it takes a lot of people giving a crap to make a great film. And the worst thing imaginable is when you have a great visionary, they love their stuff, they love their craft, but then everyone else doesn't care. That's when you're like, oh, frick. I mean, that's tragic, you know? But, and I think that's what we have nowadays. We have everybody, nobody cares anymore nowadays. Everyone's a zealot for wokeness, activism, but then on top of activism, and also everyone being a clown, you don't really have any creatives anymore either, no visionaries. So it's just terrible all around. But even if you have a visionary, now you have all the, ESG dog crap sneaking in, or no, forcing itself in now.
Craft is number one,
It's
just
bad.
like I said it was. Also, don't look this up on IMDb yourselves. Everything that I have said in this video up until this point is definitely 100% fact-checked and true. You can trust me on this, guys. I would never lie to you about Minecraft. Anyway, currently as I was making this video during Minecraft's opening weekend, it has the highest Thursday pre-sales of any video game adaptation yet. It beat even Five Nights at Freddy's by $200,000, putting Minecraft at $10.5 billion in preview sales alone. Domestically, Minecraft...
I mean, I don't know if that's a lot of money, actually, but the fact that it beat out everything else, being as bad as it is, and it all
to make somewhere in the $70 million range original. Then the projections went to up to $80 million.
See, this is the kind of stuff that makes me want to just say every time, bring back bullying. Bring back bullying. One more time. Bring back bullying. I said this when I was doing covering the Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 before the game came out. I was saying, like, this is the kind of stuff. People should be bullied for this. People should look down on you for this. You should be looked at as a weirdo loser nerd for liking this crap and watching it. What the frick is wrong with us today? We're not bullying people for being freaking weirdos like this? Checking this stuff out? If you watch this movie, you deserve a freaking wedgie. And I hope it bleeds. Love of God. This is pathetic.
But now, according to what I'm reading, the film is looking to make over $100
You
million
are a
during the
certified
opening box office,
weirdo
and
for
by the way,
watching
this
this.
is domestic
Certified
From what I'm
weirdo.
reading, analysts believe that a Minecraft movie will exceed $150 million in its opening weekend once it's all said and done, which is absolutely insane, but deserved because this movie's a 10 out of 10 with zero flaws and flawless performances across the board. Also, according to BoxOfficePro.com, the blockbuster season is finally upon us, and 2025 for the most part has been a very, well, let's be real, meek and pretty awful year so far for a lot of movies. Snow White massively underperformed, and that's poised to make about $200 million at the box office worldwide in its entire run. So, with Minecraft projected to make $150 million and counting in its opening weekend, yeah fellas, I'm thinking we're back. This movie is kind of like Steve himself, arriving when we needed him most to save the day and keep the movie theaters open and fed. What a good guy. I can't believe people actually thought a Minecraft movie would actually flop. You're out of your minds if you thought that. This movie is based on one of the biggest video game franchises in the world.
I can't believe people are so stupid that they would watch a bad adaptation to Minecraft.
Microsoft bought the rights to Minecraft from Notch for like $1 billion, dude. Nothing can really stop this movie now.
Oh,
Some websites
man.
think this could
Oh,
become
man,
the biggest
that's
video
back
game
in the
movie of all
day.
time. But I guess we'll see if it
I
does.
think
that. After all,
Minecraft
Super Mario
looks a
movie
little
did
bit
$1 billion
different than
and
that
some by
now.
the time it left the
It
theaters,
does.
too.
It
And
does,
honestly,
yeah.
when I first saw a trailer for Minecraft, I thought they were crazy to have live action characters in a movie like this. But now, it's clear I was wrong, and everybody does want to see a man in his 50s wearing a tight blue shirt fighting CGI pigs and skeletons after all. Frankly, I think the fact
And
that
other washed up people, including the black woman.
Because there's no way you can tell a movie like this without it somehow being torn apart if it tries to take itself too seriously. Thankfully, we're past the point of movies being embarrassed to just, be what they're based on. Like, remember that second Fantastic Four movie, and the people who made it thought it was so absurd?
Oh, yeah. Frick. Bringing me back to Jessica Alba. My Aryan bride. My Argentinian Aryan bride, if you know what I mean. Oh, those were good movies, by the way. They were good movies. Again, people having these crazy expectations. Like, yeah, were they perfect? Probably not. Were they good? Yes. Was Jessica Alba good? Yes. Dang. Man. I've been down bad for Jessica Alba for a long time. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Gosh. I mean, that hits me hard. You have no idea. That hits me harder than you can believe. Jessica Alba? Frick. I look at her and I'm just like, it takes me to paradise. My boy Hiddles. Oh, it's everything he dreamed. Oh my gosh. The Argentinian version of the Aryan race, but still, it's good enough. Oh dear God. Oh dear God. Jeez Louise. Man, anytime I look at Jessica Alba, it is a fatality. I know she's a freaking retard Democrat, by the way. I know that. And I know that she's a boss babe. I know that. I don't know. She is a special exception for me. Holy crap. Dear God. I don't know. I don't know. I'm having a hard time. Oh dear God. Jeez. This is rough. All right, we got to make it through this video. Oh my gosh. Frick, man. Holy crap. Man, it is rough. Oof. Frickin' Jessica Alba. It does me in.
Turning Galactus into a cloud because he thought audiences would laugh and not be, taking it seriously if they saw a big purple guy in the sky trying to eat the Earth.
Well, no, it kind of makes sense that cosmic gas is going to devour a planet. I think that actually makes sense. Why would you laugh at that? What do you expect it to be? I mean, do you expect it to be enigmatic energy?
It's nice to know at least.
I guess what should it have been instead? It's a cosmic threat. It makes sense that it would have been cosmic gas, unless I guess I just what else? What else should it have been? Clay? Should it have been silly putty? I don't know. What do you expect Galactus to be? A giant spaceship that eats everything? Do you expect them to be a giant space whale? I don't know. I have no idea. No idea. No clue. By the way, Jessica Alba, call me.
nonsense now, because had a movie about Minecraft been made with that sort of framing in mind, this movie would have been all inside of Steve's head instead, as he would be about to get lobotomized by a doctor probably, as his parents are like whimpering and crying in the corner because their son can't stop playing Minecraft. Thankfully, that's not happening here, and at first, although this film looks like a humiliation ritual in the making, it has now entered the it's so bad, it's actually good category of movies. Like Madam Web before it, the cringe of a Minecraft movie will not be remembered because it was great or of a high quality, but instead it'll be beloved because the whole thing is so absurd. The only answer to such a property was to go with this angle and just lean into it. And from one person who's definitely a huge fan of Minecraft and has played all of the games, guys, just trust me on that one. And someone who knows all of the games, just don't quiz me on it ever. I think they did a great job here, because there's no way you can make a Minecraft movie that was somehow going to be a hit with critics when the entire community that loves this franchise are some of the most rabid players there is, and they're, big lovers of memes and stuff. And look, I don't mean that in a bad way either. Please don't kill me, Minecraft fans. It's great that this series has so many diehard fans that just love the lore, especially me, of course. Retards. Just don't ask me what an Ender Dragon is or what it can do, because I don't know. But the point is that it's clear that Warner Bros. May have just released.
I will personally say that every single modern day Minecraft fan must be publicly humiliated. Live television. In front of Jessica Alba. In front of my Aryan bride, who is, well, she's not married to me, I guess, but what's up anyways? I am so damn bad. It's not even funny. It's really bad, actually. Oh my gosh. God help me. Seriously. If God could just please, there needs to be a woman for me that's Jessica Alba, please. Preferably with triple G breasts as well. I need the triple G breasted Jessica Alba. I know they exist, by the way. I guess I need to go to Argentina and get myself my bride. Love of God.
Release peak that ends up making them somewhere in at least, I guess,
the side of Argentina that has, you know what I mean. You know. Where the proper people are. That's all I'm saying.
$100 million plus range, which is great. And honestly, at the end of the day, that's all they really care about. The movie could have been a 0 on Rotten Tomatoes, but as long as it's stupid fun and, gives fans what they want, that's really all that matters for these kinds of movies anyways. Nobody went to this movie thinking it would be an Oscar-nominated film, but it just kind of did what it needed to do. Kind of
superior genetics is what I mean. But hold on. Wait. That's not in Minecraft, is it? That looks like it's from Slime Rancher. That's weird.
Like when you eat a burger from a fast food restaurant. Sure, it's not the best, but that's okay. It hits a spot, you're happy, it's all good, whatever. And I can already see
it's slowly poisoning you and you're gonna die sooner, and there's other problems with it. Just keep in mind, slowly poisoning you. That freaking crap is slowly poisoning you. Okay?
plentiful amount of video essays being made on this flick once it comes out on streaming too. And then we can know all the references and more as they are deciphered by people that actually know what they're talking about when it comes to Minecraft. And if we ever have aliens invading and we need them to know we're just chill guys, we should just, send them a bottle of Captain's Morgan Spice rum with a bottle of Coca-Cola to wash it down. And we can also just give them a Mattel Minecraft Steve figurine, and then they'll just know that we mean them no harm. And hopefully, if this planet ever, withers away and dies once all of our insecurities and inner hatred inevitably swallows us whole and just dooms our entire race, I hope we have the foresight to launch a USB with a Minecraft movie on it into space inside a capsule. So even when we're all dead,
because it was really that
all,
good,
just space dust, when someone at least discovers that USB, they will understand what made humanity what it always is, which is that
the superior life form is to watch the Minecraft
we're a messy
movie.
Race of severely psychotic individuals, but we love stupid stuff that makes us laugh. And honestly, I find that kind of beautiful if you ask me. It may not be the best movie ever made. It may not be the panacea to cure all of your problems. But hey, at least a Minecraft movie knew what it really needed to be in the end, which was a fun time that makes you laugh.
A retarded time with ugly people and wasting your time too. As I said earlier in the video, respect your time. People sit around and they disrespect their time so actively. It amazes me how much people do this. There are better things to put your time into. Hence, of course, this is why I wrote my books, by the way. So Charles Arlington, go check it out on Amazon. And if you don't, well, you're probably gay. Let's just be honest about that. Well, and that's pretty tragic. And well, I guess that happens to be the case. But anyway. Oh man, bro. The best thing about this whole situation was Jessica Alba right here. I knew that this movie was going to be trash, and I knew that there was going to be nothing good or redemptive about it. But here we are. it came out. And again, I think it's very clear that there's a lot of people that deserve wedgies. There's a lot of people that deserve to be painfully bullied. When I say painfully bullied, I want them to think that they don't have another day to live, okay? That's what I mean. This is analogous to a mortal sin. I'm pretty sure that God, when he comes back, he's going to sit there and he's going to make another commandment, which is you deserve to be bullied when you like dog filth woke nonsense like this. When you love this kind of multicultural, egalitarian, feminist dog trash like this, God's going to sit there. He's going to put it into the 10 commandments. So it's going to be the 11th one. And he's going to say, you deserve to be bullied. He's going to say it. He's going to say it. I know for a fact he's going to say it. I know that there's no way that God would co-sign this stupid movie. I know for a fact. Now, I do know that Jessica Alba is the creation of God himself, of course. You know, every other woman, I'm kind of thinking they might be creations of the devil, but Alba, definitely. I'm not saying she's an angel. Only men are angels, by the way. So what I'm saying is, I'm the angel to her as the rib to man, because she's beneath all men. Because men are above women. So anyways, moving on. But she was designed by God. Superior life form. Anyway, dear God. Dude, the simping's going beyond 10. Oh my gosh. The simping's really gone over 10,000. What the frick is happening? Jeez, man. Frick. It's getting bad over here. Oh, right. Jeez Louise. I might as well do myself in while we're at it. So, anyways. All right, guys. That was the Minecraft movie. This is me kind of talking about it this video and also just talking about a bunch of other random stuff. Listen, I was never expecting to like this movie. Honestly, just screw it. Again, this is why I wrote my books. This is why I made, for instance, if you want a really great story, you can pick up the Realm Lords Apocrypha. That is an amazing, adventurous story. It's grand fantasy, which I don't even think exists, but as far as I'm concerned, grand fantasy. So anyway, we're going to be heading into the next video.